I'm Laura Ingraham. This is the Ingraham Angle from Washington. Thanks for being with us on a Friday night. All right, last night, residents of East Palestine, Ohio, finally had their chance to question the railway responsible for that crash that sent toxic chemicals pouring into their soil. After skipping previous events, Norfolk Southern finally sent someone to a town hall. And even then, the CEO didn't have the decency or the courage to appear. Instead, they sent some poor lower-level representative to grovel.
My name is Darrell Wilson. I'm with Norfolk Southern Corporation. We are sorry. We're very sorry for what happened. We feel horrible about it. The contamination that's on site, it took us a number of weeks to figure out where it is, what it is, and to engineer it. We're going to clean up the site. We're going to test until we can get all the contamination going. All right?
You can't answer that question of how long it will be. You know it will be too long.
But we are sorry, and we do care.
We care. No, it's more like they were forced to say that they care. And why should the residents feel reassured at all? It was only last week that Ohio Lieutenant Governor John Husted suggested that the company should temporarily or permanently relocate residents who feel unsafe. The Norfolk representative, of course, he wouldn't commit to that.
Has there been any talk about relocating people?
There is not.
Would your company be willing to pay for it if the EPA found it necessary?
What I'm going to state on this topic is right now, this will be an evolving conversation that's going to go on for quite a while. We are going to make data-driven decisions, okay?
Imagine living under this cloud of uncertainty and fear without a credible voice offering a credible plan.
It is not safe in my home. I can't sell my home. You have all experienced a symptom. You know you have. And then you leave and it goes away. And you come back and it's here again. I'm being told to live in that. We wanted to hear a game plan tonight from you guys. To say this is where we're going, not 3 weeks. So now I have to wait another 3 weeks before anything's done. You haven't said anything about surface testing. You haven't said anything about testing dioxins in our home.
Now, despite the claims that the area is safe to be inhabited, that the water is fine to drink, and thus relocation isn't needed, disturbing reports continue to trickle in. Nearby health clinics say they're seeing 5 to 10 new people every day with symptoms consistent with chemical exposure. But Norfolk Southern isn't the only culpable party here. From day one, the Biden administration has tried to pass the buck, falsely blaming the Trump administration for nixing regulations that had nothing to do with this crash. And it took the EPA commissioner 2 weeks to step foot in East Palestine. It took Paternity Pete 3 weeks to get there. And as for Biden himself, well, he was more comfortable enjoying a photo op with Zelensky in Ukraine.
Mr. President, do you plan to visit Ohio to discuss the situation there with the trade development with people there in the federal system?
I've spoken with every official in Ohio, Democrat and Republican, on a continuous basis, as in Pennsylvania. I laid out a little bit in there what I think the answers are, and I will be answering some.
At some point. By the way, Ohio Democrats, they're no better. Democrat Sherrod Brown, who spent last weekend in California raising cash for his reelection, he's pointed the finger at Norfolk Southern's corporate lobbyists for the derailment. But, okay, how does that help, though? And by the way, Brown himself has accepted more than $41,000 from Norfolk Southern and its lobbyists to his campaign and to political action committees since the year 2004. Now, by contrast, newly elected Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, well, he's been the real deal. On the ground in East Palestine from the very beginning, he has made his constituents the top priority, as it should be. His new legislation states that rail carriers would need to create emergency response plans and provide information and advance notification to the emergency response commissions of each state a train passes through. That's good stuff. Now, the train derailment in East Palestine revealed a lot of things, didn't it? The dangerous shortcuts corporate America takes to save a buck, the disdain for middle America, especially a less affluent white part of the country and probably more Republican. And perhaps most importantly, it shows us why leaders still matter.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.